Good morning, YouTubers. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to address a concern many of you have had over the past few weeks, which involves security of the project itself. Because effectively we're trying something new. Attorneys generally are rather solitary animals, right? We work on a project on our own. Sometimes we bring in some associate and support staff, but it really is a solitary job. And here we are trying to accomplish a large project through a crowdsourcing kind of format in which we're bringing tons of different people. Last count about 120 volunteers, 80 of which are active, with a lot of different groups and subgroups. We're trying to bring everybody together toward the accomplishment of a legal project, and that brings a number of security problems. How do you know who's involved? How do you know that there's no plants, or that somebody is working for one of the potential targets like from Patreon, Stripe, or PayPal? How do you know that they're not part of the group or somebody that may want to undermine the efforts of the entire group? Well, that's a valid concern, and one that I was concerned of right away when I realized that there's so many people that want to get involved. How do we fix this? How do we set up a situation that is fairly secure? Well, one thing is we know that it's never going to be 100% secure, short of actually closing ourselves in a room and doing it a traditional way of a bunch of attorneys sitting in an office doing everything and keeping everything safe. There is a certain amount of risk, and we just have to accept that the risk is there at the end of the day. But the way we've been organizing over the past few weeks and the way it's been morphing into, I think, provides us a certain level of security, which basically compartmentalizing. At the end of the day, what the product is, it's a legal product. It's a complaint that's going to get filed. That is really compartmentalized within the legal group, which is composed of attorneys and law students. Now, attorneys are subject to professional responsibility standards. Law students learn about it, and when they associate themselves with attorneys, they are also subject to the same kind of standards. So I don't have that much concern within that group. Now, it's always possible that there is somebody there that would want to leak information or be a plant. That generally be a violation either of an existing professional standards that they adhere to, or prospective one if they're law students. So yes, there is a possibility that somebody within the law group could leak out information or be a plant, but I see that as rather minimal. At that point, we really compartmentalize what information we need versus what we share to outside groups, because everybody has their own work. And frankly, many groups simply do not need to know what's happening inside of the legal group, with one exception, which is the business analysis group, because we rely on information and analysis provided through the core group to really feed into the complaint. And at that point, we again compartmentalize. So I set up direct relationship with some of the team leaders, making sure that the information we provide is either the minimum we need in order to get the job done, and even then make sure that it's not really shared across the entire group, only with people that need to know. Now, there is a risk there, obviously, but we're managing largely by controlling it through team leadership and how the information passes from one to the other. Again, not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Nonetheless, it's the only way right now for us to operate, given the crowdsourcing nature of our project. So yes, I agree the risk is real, and there are probably no perfect solutions to it. But at the end of the day, I also believe that even if some of the information leaks out, it won't really undermine our effort. It might give the opposition some leg up on their own research and how they want to approach it, but not really undermine what we are trying to accomplish, because inherently what we're trying to say to the FTC is that there's enough evidence now to start an investigation. That does not change just because somebody finds out what you're doing. Anyway, I want to give you a bit of an update on that. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything you want to discuss, just leave them down below. I'd love to talk to you. See you next time.